Twice Mary carries an urgent message about Christ to the disciples, but only once does she preach. The first time she takes a message to the disciples in the gospel we've just heard, the message is about a missing Christ. His body has gone. She does not know where the Lord is. The message is ambiguous, the message of the empty tomb. But the second time she carries a message, she truly preaches, because now she carries the positive message of the resurrection of the Lord. Here is altogether good news, news which will transform the lives of those who receive it, news which is totally unambiguous, totally positive, incomprehensible, but nonetheless determined. The Lord has risen, the Lord is alive. The Lord has encountered Mary and set her free from her sorrow. Mary becomes a preacher in that moment that the Lord encounters her and calls her by her name, because when she hears the Lord, she cannot but speak of what the Lord says to her. And so there's a truth about what it means to be a preacher contained in this brief encounter which we have with Mary Magdalene in the gospel today. To be a preacher is to speak of the resurrection as altogether good news, not ambiguous, though challenging, and news that sets us free, news which is refracted as good news not only for the whole world, but for me, for you, for us together. We have been set free, and so we speak of the Lord who comes to set the whole world free. The message that we proclaim is no theory, it's no abstract truth. It's something which we have tasted, something which has made an impact on our own lives, something to which we must give a witness with our entire lives. And if that's the essence of what it means to be a preacher, seen in the life of Mary Magdalene, Jesus' words of advice to Mary, "Do not cling to me," point to, I think, one of the temptations which accompanies the life of any preacher. To cling to Jesus is, of course, no bad thing in one sense. To cling to Jesus, to beg that our lives be conformed to his life, that he be with us in every moment of our life, well, that's no bad thing. But the type of clinging, it seems to me, that Jesus is speaking against when he says to Mary, "Don't hold on to me," and refers to his future ascension, is a type of clinging which tries to keep Christ in one place. Of having found Christ here, we try to subdue Christ, to cling to him, to subdue that movement of the resurrection outwards to the ends of the world and to all times. And so, if we are sometimes tempted to retreat from the world, to hide in those places where we know the Lord will console us, where in the past we have encountered the Lord says to us, "Do not cling, go with me. Allow the dynamism, the flow of my resurrection to go with you to the ends of the earth." For the message which we receive is a message which is in no way diluted by being given away. The preacher gives away what they have received and in no way loses or has that great gift diminished. In fact, we give away in order to keep. We do not cling to the Lord because the Lord has grasped us. We are used by the Lord as instruments of his loving mercy, used to proclaim that liberating truth to the ends of the earth, that great dynamism of the resurrection, which will go out from the rising of Christ through every age and history until we are gathered together around the Lord and preaching is no longer necessary.